Greetings everyone, this is me again, Zahra Bazak, back on the Surah Nisa. It's 88 to 90. Just to make sure you have seen this, those who have been following me, and and those who will come later also. But for now, Surah Nisa ayats in my notes. I've gathered them. Firstly, this, if any points I've missed, let me just add the points. So here we have about hypocrites, so 88 ayat. What is the matter with you then, that you have become two parties about the hypocrites, while Allah has made them return to unbelief for what they have earned? Do you wish to guide him whom Allah has caused to err? So they, they may have been their friends and all this. Do you wish to guide? You can't guide. And there's another ayat which says, you will grieve yourselves to death, but they will not believe. So, and whomsoever Allah causes to err, you shall by no means find a way for him. So you can't save them and this and that, these hypocrites. And then 89, Surah Nisa, they desire that you should disbelieve as they have disbelieved, so that you might be all alike. Therefore, take not from among them friends until they fly, emigrate in Allah's way, meaning. So they were there. I've read the tafsir out, and you can read the tafsir of this. They were in Makkah, and they had not emigrated with Prophet Muhammad to Medina. But because of this also, they were called hypocrites, and you can read the tafsir about this, explaining why they were hypocrites and why because they didn't emigrate, they didn't want to, things like that. Or they came from Medina, they went back to Makkah, and they didn't go back to Prophet Muhammad in Medina, and things like that, right? But if they turn back now, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them, and take not from among them a friend or a helper. Right? And then we have this 90 verse. Now how come here 89 because you're saying this ayat is like 90, that you offer you, if they don't fight and this and that against the hypocrites against you, then be at peace with them and all this. And sorry about the background sound, if you can hear that. The walls here are quite thin, so I apologize for that. Hope you can hear my voice and it's not very distracting, or not distracting at all. Except those who reach a people, so, between whom and you there is an alliance. Except those who reach a people, except those hypocrites who reach a people. So before this ayat, before mentioning this, and 90, 89 should not have been like, but if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. Right? Before this, except those who reach a people between whom and you there is an alliance. Since this is afterwards, then I can say that God has said, okay, you can change the law. You can. What can you change now here? Except those about these hypocrites. Don't kill them. Don't seize them. because they have sought refuge in the people between whom you and there is an alliance. So I hope I can explain this now, show you properly. You see, let me find a better word-by-word translation of Surah Nisa, this ayat 90, right? So Surah Nisa, I'm just not able to say it, although look, what I did was prepare myself to say this properly. You see, before saying kill them wherever you find them, even though they may be creating obstacles in the way of Islam by being friends with the polytheists and being hypocrites of that kind, that do not fight, like, do not kill you and do not actually do not fight you, but they were creating obstacles there too. So the believers were divided between the two, whether these hypocrites also should be killed or not, fought and killed, right? The tafsir you can read. Here, 90 says that except those who join to a group, between you and between them is a treaty. So if they join this group, then do not, then, seek peace. Do not go against them, fighting them, except for those who take refuge. It's like, so when Sahih International says here, right? So that really rang a bell. Take refuge. Now, why do they need to take refuge? Otherwise, you would have, since these believers were divided, your Allah said, kill them, wherever you find them. Then I think what must have happened is that these hypocrites, some of them, sought refuge in the people between whom and you, the Muslim believers, there is an alliance. There was an alliance, right? So they sought refuge in these people. And why? Think about it. Why would they now seek refuge in these people? Because the ayat before tells you, but if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. It's just if they turn back. Not fighting you. They're not fighting you. They may be causing trouble. You can have explanations upon explanations on this. Right? Telling you. But if the Quran says if they turn back. If Allah all-knowing was so great, should have put it in detail, because you're being told to seize them and kill them wherever you find them. They're being told, when I say you, it means the Muslims of that time also. I mean, the Muslims of that time. Right? So that's why I feel that they started to seek refuge. They had no other way but to seek refuge. You see, because here your tafsir experts, Quran experts translate, the tafsir experts, explaining away, Quran experts explaining away about this ayat. Right? But this ayat says, and God has said, I've explained in detail everything. So maybe in another ayat, but about these hypocrites, the believers who were divided. The believers who were divided, please pay attention, because there's a lot of this, right? Blasphemy. We couldn't criticize Islam on basis, on true, like justified basis that we had. We couldn't critically appreciate even the Quran. If we say something, our relatives would say, no, no, there's no this thing in this. You can't say this. We don't understand the wisdom of Prophet Muhammad and Allah. we would be shut down and we wouldn't have that freedom of mind and all this. Claustrophobic and so you see, believing in a hypocrite, and also the punishments and against things like cutting off hands and are draconian. They're like very harsh and all, and old now. They're out of time. Things like that. Maybe yes, it can keep them away in the Muslim world from stealing, but it's not right. No. Right? This religion, many things it has. It closes your mind to. Now, the way I see it, right? The way I see it is that the first ayat was, but if they turn back. Now, who were these hypocrites? What is the matter with you then that you have become two parties about the hypocrites? So for Quran only people also. Sunni Shias, Ismailis also come. Please. There is no harm in seeing this, right? For the Ismailis. But let's see. If you leave this religion, good for you and good for the others. Ex-Muslims also, really. And good for your life. And your family members, You see, hypocrites, while Allah has made them return to unbelief for what they have earned, do you wish to guide him whom Allah has caused to err? There were some believers who were divided about these hypocrites. And why would they be divided? Because the clue is here in 89 verse, and they were friends still, like Makkan Muslims and Makkan polytheists, right? They could be divided. The clue is in 89 verse. But if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. Oh, and Allah is saying they desire that, they desire that you should disbelieve as they have disbelieved, so that you might be alike. Right? That's all they desire. They desire. I don't know what kind of action they've been taking, but they desire that you disbelieve, like the believers desire, some of them in Al Imran, that you should not have gone for war. Right? Here, for example, where is it? Those who said about their brothers, Al Imran verse 168, those who said about their brothers while sitting at home, if they had obeyed us, they would not have been killed. Say, then prevent death from yourselves, if you should be truthful. Prevent death from you? No. Of course, you need to be healthy, prevent death, yes, prevent things that would cause you death and things like that. Of course, you would, right? This is not a good way of putting it coming from that all-knowing Allah and your one Allah that you worship and take none as partners, associates, and lords, except for Isa al-Masih. But even then, it took many ex-Muslims to come out and say to many Muslims that, look here, Isa Masih ibn Maryam can be taken as Lord. You've mistranslated and put wrong commas in that ayat, the Surah Tawbah ayat. 31 or 33, which one is it? So this, we're coming very close. We have a case, we're winning for, this is the ayat that maybe the Muslims will say, yes, use it. So you didn't hit me, but I hit myself and said, let me show you myself the peaceful ayat that's in the Quran that says, I have not Surah Mumtahana, But here, this has failed too. I went to Surah Mumtahana and I did show it long time ago on my video or live stream. He would have given them power over you, except those who reach a people between whom you and there is an alliance, or who come to you, their hearts shrinking from fighting you or fighting their own people. Right? So, you see, why wasn't this ayat put before 89, where it says, but if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. So please, I don't want you to be in this deception, saying, oh, Islam is a religion of peace. We are the ones who are giving it a bad name because of ISIS or because something. Right? No. Please correct yourself. See this properly. Unbiased research, but thoughtful for both sides, and neutral and unbiased, and what do you say? Logical and thoughtful. But if they turn back, it was loading here. But if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. So, right, and take not from among them a friend or a helper. This is not so important. Like, don't take from a, please. The first and foremost thing is that you save lives, even of hypocrites. Right? So it should have been before this. But if they turn back, just turn back. Then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. And how many wish that you disbelieve? We don't know in the ones who remained behind or the ones who went back to their house. And we're told they went back and they were okay with the polytheists. So they were hypocrites. Look what he's doing. Huh? And then he's told you, oh, he's done a lot of, polytheists have done a lot of wicked things to Muslims, confiscating their properties, that, expelling the messenger, and why would you not fight those who have expelled you? Right? Surah Tawbah, ayat 13 and 14. So please think about this, reflect on this. But if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. Seize them and kill them wherever you find them. No, wait. Don't do this. First, it should have been the hypocrites. Those who reach a people between whom you and there is an alliance, or who come to you, their hearts shrinking from fighting you or fighting their own people. See, it wasn't like this. You get it? Do you see now your mind, where your mind is going? It's going to the right guidance about these ayats. Not with this deceptive, false Allah. See, if this ayat would have been before, it would have been better. Like, they decide that they should disbelieve as they have disbelieved, so that they might be all alike. Therefore, leave them. Leave them alone. There's an ayat like that. Leave them alone. Right? Let them be. So if they desire, so Christians, if you say, oh, the Christians love that you come to them, they desire. The Jews desire that you come to them, and this is what the ayat is elsewhere. They bite their fingertips in rage against you. Right? Here we are. You love them, but they don't love you. They, no. Christians, I don't think, it's not in their religion not to love you. They bite their finger, they fight their big fingertips in rage. I don't want to confuse you. See, but I have to bring in these points in between as I'm reading the ayahs. But if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. Some of you still be wondering, right? No. So I want to make sure here you've got it the right way. He's deceived you. You see? So leave them. You're in Medina. They're in Makkah. He wouldn't even leave these ones who went back to Makkah, to live with the polytheists, friendly. Now, who are the bad ones? Tell me. If you can get this, if you're please see. Your seeing is very important. Not much intelligence is required. Just a little bit of attention is required. And unbiased thoughtfulness is required. Do you get it? How he's deceived you? I'm taking pauses. So you would say no. They are hypocrites, and some of his sahabas, if you say that, what is the matter with you? Then, that you have become two parties about the hypocrites. I will go back and forth like this. Right? While Allah has made them return to unbelief for what they have earned. Do you wish to guide him whom Allah has caused to err? Do you wish to guide? Now it's telling those Sahabas who are divided. Some of them, do you wish to guide them whom Allah has made them err? Things like that. And whomsoever Allah causes to err, you shall by no means find a way for him. But what they're saying, perhaps, is should they be killed, seized, and killed, wherever they are found. Oh, do you see what I mean? Right? This is also Ismailis and Shia, 12 verse. This is not a religion of self-defense or religious defense. This is also like not that they're coming for a battle. But if they turn back, you're told, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. Meaning, wherever you find them, seize them and kill them. So that's why the Sahabas were divided about these. They were in two groups about these hypocrites. Assault, attack. Then except those who reach a people, then comes. So it seems that even these hypocrites who you're told turn out back, then seize them and kill them, went to the people between whom went to seek refuge, reached, except those who reach a people or joined a people, asking for what? Between whom you and you, there is an alliance. They reached. These ones, these hypocrites, except those. Now suddenly it changes, right? Maybe Prophet Muhammad saw that these hypocrites, these Sahabas were divided. Otherwise, for them, would have been this. I'm sorry to point this out to you. But he realized that since they reached the people, now he's becoming, as Allah is becoming a little lenient, changing. Or who come to you, their hearts shrinking from fighting you. But are they fighting you here? Ah. They're just hypocrites. Or fighting their own people. Yeah? Oh. Very, very subtle points. Look at this. That you may not have been thoughtful about. No, Islam is not a religion of peace. Huh? Does it say these hypocrites who fight you, go and battle with them, strike their necks? Like in Surah Muhammad. No. It says, but if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. For goodness sakes, can you see it now? So don't come telling me Islam is a religion of peace when I'm now showing you very clearly, taking you by the hand. Ex-Muslims have come and given this ayat, made videos. 89. Right? Now I wonder why they didn't use 90. So please see this. No, it doesn't say here that they're fighting you. Here it says, or come to you. Now it's still, do you see how it, look, it's made you so dumb that you can't see. It's defeated your intellect, your sight, your perception, your insight, your, having a sharp perception. Ooh, and thoughtful. It's defeated you. For how many years? Quran experts, Shia Sunni, Wahhabis, Salafis. Do you see this? Here it doesn't say if they fight you, then seize them and kill them. No. It says, but if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. Oh. You see? I'm amazed how this has deceived us. And you didn't consider all these points, even the experts, Quran experts. The ones who have studied this Quran thoroughly and said, we know our religion. We are well versed in the Quran, the tafsirs, Ahl al-Bayt side too. Now, you're famous. Therefore, if they withdraw from you and do not fight you and offer you peace, then Allah has not given you away against them. Oh my God, please see this. You see? It's superficial. Because Ayat 89 gives it. But if they turn back, you see, they desire that you should disbelieve as they have disbelieved. This is in fear. Or some of them maybe desire. Don't you desire for them to come in? But you said this is the true religion, so it was very difficult to show you what a hypocrite, what a deceiver this is, and how he's put the ayats and his Allah's Satan, satanic deception that has brainwashed you. And then Imam Hussein has done more to brainwash the Muslims, Shias, and how much they go after him, Azadaris and all this. So this is really a great thing he has deceived you with. Such, you see, and you couldn't see it. This is the way I think they brainwash. Fear, What was it that could not make you see it like I now see it? And I'm showing and sharing. I wonder, right? See, none of these before say that they want to fight you. But if they turn back and they only wish that you disbelieve, it says they wish or desire, same thing. So, and now it's turned to heart shrinking, or who come to you, their hearts shrinking from fighting you or fighting their own people. Here it says, but if they turn back, and here it says they desire that they should. It doesn't say they're fighting you. So prior to this, but if they turn back, it says, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. Shouldn't have said it like this, right here. Do you get it? Have I shown you? Here in 89 ayat of Surah Nisa, same surah, before saying all this, peace, and if they fight, don't fight you. But it only says here, but if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. Please make a note of this and reflect on this. So Allah has not given you a way against them. No, Allah gave you a way against them to kill them, seize them, and kill them wherever you find them. Prior to this ayat 90, He's just deceiving you in this ayat. 90. Prior to 89 ayat of Surah Nisa. But if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. In 89, it doesn't say if they fight you, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. It says, but if they turn back. That's why I was going on so much in my previous live stream about this. Except those who reach a people between whom they had to seek refuge now. And now he wants to look good. So now he's brought to this. Okay, so this has come in somehow. Who burnt the Qurans? Others. Hafsa's Quran was, thank God that it came from that. I think if that was true in the history of Islam, then Uthman bin Affan put in the word true somewhere or something, it has come. You see here, if it's saying even, okay, except those, yeah, how it's come, except those who reach a people between whom you, somewhere this person was very intelligent satanically, but somewhere he lost it. You know, they say the intelligent of the intelligent people sometimes do make mistakes. And if you're a hypocrite, but the honest one, well, he humbly admits that he makes a mistake, but this one wouldn't. There's no mistake in the Quran, like you're told. No mistake in the Quran. But you see, it's now, I'm showing you. He put in this somehow, except those who reach a people between, who are the except those? Go slowly. Surah Taha, don't go fast with the recitation. Except those who reach a people with those hypocrites whom you want to kill, because seize and kill wherever you find, just because they've turned their back, turned away from Islam. Right? Except those, this has come. Now they seek refuge in these people between whom and you there is a treaty or alliance. They had to seek a refuge. Reach them. Not you. Or yes, now it says, or who come to you their hearts shrinking from fighting you. Excuse me, how can you now say this? Fighting you, shrinking from fighting you, where here there's no mention of they were fighting you or anything of that sort. And you say, your Allah says, but if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. There's a mistake. Fallacy in the Quran ayats. Right? So this. Oh my God, I wish I knew different languages to translate and spread this word around to other countries, Muslim countries, Pakistan, so that we the Muslims see this. You know, the Sharia court of Pakistan, elsewhere, see this, Turkey, and all. And please, this is extremely serious. Don't criticize this religion. Huzur, don't criticize Islam or Huzur, Sallallahu, what, this, that. Okay, 91. You will find others who desire that they should be safe from you and secure from their own people. As often as they are sent back to the mischief, they get thrown into it headlong. Therefore, if they do not withdraw from you and do not offer you peace and restrain their hands, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. This is about another set. What thing they do. If they do not, keep secure, safe, they go back to mischief, then again, you go after them. But what mischief here? What mischief? 89. But if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. And now 90, you're saying, if they shrink from fighting with you, since they've reached the alliance with whom you have an alliance, reached these people, not or who come to, reached you too, their hearts shrinking from fighting you, or fighting their own people. Now they blame for fighting their own people too. Please, here you've just see the deception. 89 ayat. You said, but if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. So the intelligent people got it and told you about this, and you've been wondering why did they hide 90 verse, and why have they hid the does this part of the verse, right, or this part 90, and they just give you this part 89 of Surah Nisa about those who turn back, apostates, kill them. It's very shocking. Look at it, please. Then we have something else like change of law for those who used to deceive themselves while fasting. So coming to this, I'll try to explain this through some ayats that here the law was changed. We're told that in Surah Baqarah, fasting, during fasting, 187 is the ayah. In the Quran, right? Since they came and asked for forgiveness and meant it, the Muslims would say, so only forgiveness should be duly given. And not, but, so I say, so only forgiveness should be duly given, not changing the law. Right? Because it says, read the whole verse, it says they used to deceive themselves by going to their women, wives, during the nights of fasting, or the month of Ramadan, like that, right? While fasting. So against this, there are more ayats like to back what I'm saying. So only forgiveness should be duly given, not changing the law. So Surah 13, 11th ayat, the Quran Arabic corpus from there. Indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. So if anyone like if Dr. Khalil Andani was here, with due respect to him, he was talking about the change of law. I just read a few days ago on his Twitter tweet, which came to me on my phone that Islam has this great thing of changing a law to facilitate for the people, even though they were deceiving themselves, here we're told. In Surah Baqarah 187, but he didn't mention this. However, I'm going to go through detail, like what the ayats that I've chosen and searched out from Google search, and what Google search gave me, the Quran websites and the Quran ayats. So there's one from corpus.quran. I got it from there. Indeed, the translation is, indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. So those who came to Prophet Muhammad should have said, well, you stop going, and forgiveness I will give you, but stop doing this, going to your women. And when Allah intends for a people ill, there is no ... I haven't completely given this ayat. Surah Al-Anfal verse 53 says, ayah 53, that is because Allah would not change a favor which He had bestowed upon a people until they change what is within themselves again. And indeed Allah is hearing ... Didn't completely put the ayat here. You see, again, a repetition. But you have to change what is within yourselves. So, Surah 13, ayat 11, you change what is within yourselves. Surah Anfal, ayat 53, you change within yourself. Right? Otherwise, that is because Allah would not change a favor which He had bestowed upon a people until they change what is within themselves. So you make amends. Not that He should have changed the law for those who were unable to stay away from their wives in Ramadan nights when they were, by law, their religious law, or it was Islam that at first told them, Allah, to keep away from their wives on the nights of fasting. Surah Nisa at 160, Sahih International Translation. For wrongdoing on the part of the Jews, we made unlawful for them certain good foods. They did wrong. So the good foods were made unlawful for them, which had been lawful for them before. Right? But there it's the other way around. And for their averting from the way of Allah, many people. Oh my goodness. But in Surah Baqarah ayat, where the law was changed, it's the other way around. The people deceiving themselves, and the ayat itself says, they were deceiving themselves, these Muslims, during the fasting nights, going to the women. And okay, you say, oh, they went and they really meant it. They asked for forgiveness from Prophet Muhammad. Okay, forgive them, but do not change the law for them. Because here, against the Jews, it says, which one is it? Surah Nisa at 160. For wrongdoing on the part of the Jews, we made unlawful for them certain good foods, which had been lawful to them. And for the averting people from the way of Allah, many people. Say, O my servants who have transgressed against themselves by sinning, do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Surely He forgives all sins. Indeed, it is He who is forgiving the merciful, right? Surah Zumar, ayat 53. Ayat 53, Quran.com. Surah Zumar, ayat 54. But turn to your Lord and surrender yourselves to Him before the chastisement overtakes you. Means make amends. Turn to your Lord now, make amends. Although He forgives all sins, do not despair of Allah's mercy, and He, since His mercy on you, Allah forgives all sins. But Surah Zumar says, turn to your Lord, meaning make amends. Don't go back to those sins. He forgives all your sins. Turn to your Lord. 54, Surah Zumar. Turn to your Lord and surrender yourselves to Him before the chastisement overtakes you, for then you will receive no help. So this looks like a great ayat, but it comes here amending. Turn to your Lord and surrender before a chastisement comes on you, that you will receive no help from. No help. And 55, and follow the best of what was revealed to you from your Lord, i.e. the Quran. Before the punishment comes upon you, suddenly, again you're warned of a punishment, suddenly while you do not perceive. So follow the best of what was revealed to you from your Lord. Although it says in 53 again, O my servants, say, O my servants who have transgressed, sinned against themselves by sinning, you see, do not despair of the mercy of Allah still. Punishments, you have to amend, make amends, follow this religion, laws, and properly. Surah Tawbah, ayat 29. What does it say here? Fight against those who do not believe in Allah or in the last day and who do not consider unlawful what Allah and His Messenger have made unlawful. This messenger? No, because he prohibited himself, Surah Tahrim. You can't even trust his messenger while the revelations are coming on him. He should have waited. All the points I gave you, reason I gave you, all this in Surah Tahrim, about Surah Tahrim ayat 1. And he's broke, then they're told he's protected from the oath. Allah tells him, but Allah also tells him, O Prophet, why are you prohibiting yourself what Allah has made lawful for you? Seeking to please your wives, moreover. Those wives become hypocrites at that time and disbelievers, and who do not adopt the religion of truth. So it's telling you Muslims against Ahl Kitab, they who do not consider unlawful. How can you then go and change the law about this is the law? So you would tell them to change. Okay, of course, forgiveness is due. Forgive them. But you can't change the law, because you're also against the Ahl Kitab. You're saying fight against those, first of all, who do not believe in Allah or the last day and who do not consider unlawful what Allah and His Messenger have made unlawful. Now, at first sight, as a Shia, when it says, okay, Ahl Kitab, right? It's about Ahl Kitab, from those who were given the scripture. Look. So it first mentions those who do not believe in Allah or in the last day. How can the Ahl Kitab not believe in Allah in the last day? Ask yourselves. Judgment day they have, right? So how this ayat also deceives you and could have deceived me when I was a Shia reading it, that it's okay, nothing is wrong with this. But some Christian critic of Islam pointed it out, and then I paid attention and I said, yes. You get it? How? He's brainwashed. This satanic Allah. This is not the true Allah of the polytheists or any true Allah of the Jews and the Christians, true God. Prophet Muhammad fought only in battles for self-defense, Muslims claim. After examining some Quran ayats like these, I found reasons in ayats to the contrary. Surah Azab ayat 60 to 61. And the previous one I read, that hypocrites, you kill them, but then, it changes 90. Surah Nisa at 89. Surah Azab ayat 60 to 61. Surah Hashr ayats 2 and 5. Breaking of houses, expelling them from the city, homeland. And 5, cutting down the trees. Look, some Muslims claim this, right? Self-defense battles. No. So you have many ayats like this. Seizing wherever you find them, seizing them wherever you find them, killing of hypocrites, not only rumor mongers, Surah Azab 60 to 61, and those in whose hearts is a disease, breaking houses, Surah Hashr 2, expelling them from the city and cutting down trees. 5, Surah Hashr. And thus also, it says in one ayat, Surah Muhammad ayat 35, I haven't put the whole ayat here, do not be faint-hearted and cry for peace. Why not? And crying for peace is not equivalent to being a faint heart. Maybe you're courageous enough, maybe you want to stop the war, say peace. Say peace all the time. As you go up and down, say peace, peace, peace. God said, Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim in Surah Yasin. Ayat number I'm forgetting. Peace, a word from the most merciful Lord. English translation. Hypocrites are cowards, Quran says, okay? So here, hypocrites are cowards who would not fight or emigrate, leaving their homes for Allah and prefer to sit at home. Surah Fat ayats against Bedouins and other such ayats from the Quran, Surah Al Imran ayats. One I've put here, 168. I think it starts from 166, 67, 68. So Al Imran 168 says, those who said about their brothers while sitting at home, if they had obeyed us, they would not have been killed. Say, then prevent death from yourselves, if you should be truthful. So they were dragged into this war. I don't know why, but some of the hypocrites were saying if they were wishing that they had obeyed them and sat at home and would not have been killed. I mean, these were also sitting at home. So they didn't want to fight. And remember that ayat which says in Al Imran that if they knew, they said, fight in the cause of Allah. Allah says fight in the cause of Allah. Or to at least defend, meaning yourselves or something. And then they were like, if there was any war, or we don't know how to fight. There are two translations. So there's, on one hand, we have in the Quran, like hypocrites are cowards, would not fight, would not even emigrate, leaving their homes in Makkah, like, or they emigrated and went back to their homes. Now they're called hypocrites. And Surah Nisa 88, the Muslims are divided at that time about these hypocrites. 89, but if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. They haven't given you a battle. But don't get deceived by this part of the verse 90. What I read out before this verse 89. You see this now, are you sure? I hope I've shown you. Now see it, right? Rediscovering these ayahs as they should be rediscovered and should have been read. What a pathetic, what a hypocrite. Killer, warmonger. Dr. David Wood was right. So I have to thank all the ex-Muslims also, and the Muslims who gave me their websites for free, Quran ayats and all the surahs. Have to thank all those. I cannot thank them enough. The ones who gave me the courage to come here and keep, coming here. When there were times when I was like, no, I think I've done the wrong thing. Why am I doing this? And the ones who gave me the impetus to come here and initially, yes, I should do this. So it started from like Harith Sultan threat to his life. And I was like, no, I'm an ex-Muslim. Now I have to claim that they can come after me. So like that, but now I know that so that way too, the ex-Muslims who helped out and who are helping out still, I'm much grateful to them. I cannot say how grateful I am. And I wish you all the best, a beautiful life, wonderful life, blessed life. Make the most out of, and you have your unique talents, use them, and rise, and shine bright in your light. As Jiddu Krishnamurti says, you are the light, you are the world. And it's, you have that light, so shine in your own unique way in your light. Now I hope I've made it clear. Look at this, right? Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh yeah, I don't know, like 80, do you get it now? But if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. And take not from among them a friend or a helper, except those who 90. And do you see, you say Islam is a religion of peace, hearts or who come to you, their hearts shrinking from fighting you or fighting their own people. And if Allah had pleased, excuse me, here when it says go and seize them and kill them, it doesn't say they're coming to fight you or they were fighting their people. It just says, but if they turn back from migrating in the way of Allah, from from obedience to Prophet Muhammad and his Allah, telling you, come here, migrate in the way of Allah. Like, you know that ayat, oh yes, not to forget that ayat. Leave you with that ayat, right? And the best wishes and prayers, also not to forget that, and great appreciation to all of you. Kept me safe, protected my life. Where is it? What's the ayat now? Oh, it's just slipped my mind now. This is the thing. Water, giving water to the pilgrim. Now Shias, do you know why Yazid did what he did? Pilgrim, Quran ayat. I think it's in Surah Tawbah. And this house was for all people and for the citizens. That ayat still I cannot find searching Google. 19 ayat of Surah Tawbah. Do you consider providing water to the pilgrims and tending the sacred mosque equal in worth in believing in Allah and the last day and striving in the cause of Allah, jihad? And there it's emigrating in the cause of Allah. Emigrating. Surah Nisa at 80, 8, 89 and 90 that I showed you. They didn't. 89 is, take not from among them friends until they fly their homes, leave their homes in Allah's way. But if they turn back from this command or something, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. Then it tries to correct itself in 90, this satanic killer, Allah. Do you see how you got deceived? 1400 years. Your grandparents, your forefathers. Oh my God. Please. It is not a religion of peace. Now I've shown you with confirmation. Be and go and leave and live and let live. And don't defend this religion, please. Don't say now it's a religion of peace, because it is not. I've proven it, confirmed through these eyes, showing you. And please, it's not that I have proven it. I don't know how I passed in my life. I've always failed. And in this I passed now. I wanted to help some family in a law case, reforming the law, but I couldn't. But now I think here I am. Someone help me. Everything has fallen apart in my life. My loved ones separated. Things didn't work out. And but this passed today. For sure, it's now concluded that Islam is not a religion of peace. I took the one good ayat, showing you that it's not good, it's just superficial here. You see how it's deceived. What word shall I use for this? Like, or who come to you, their hearts shrinking from fighting you. But excuse me, okay, look at it. I can't help but go back to this. But if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. So I'm a little bit overwhelmed right now, so much. So I can't seem to finish 90 ayat properly without taking you back there in 89 ayat of Surah Nisa. Fighting their own people. And if Allah had pleased, He would have given them power over you, so they should have certainly fought you. Polytheists did have power, and so the Jews of Yathrib. Therefore, Politis even won in the Battle of Uhud, but they didn't kill Prophet Muhammad, nor even Imam Ali. Therefore, if they withdraw from you and do not fight you and offer you peace, then Allah has not given you away against them. Don't get confused. I'm like, whoa, 1400 years, eminent religious scholars, experts of the Quran, unanimously Muslims, all. Hello? Islam. Yeah, Islam is saying, no, if they do not fight you, don't fight them, offer them peace. Then Allah has not given you away against them. Right? What's the use of now saying all this when here you've said 89? Please see this. Those ex-Muslims, Egyptian, critic of Islam, because he was in a Muslim country, Egypt. Please, don't let your intellect be defeated. 89, come back to 89 verse, the verse previous to this, 90, that I read out. Offer them peace. If they do not fight you, do not fight them. Offer you peace. They are the ones offering you peace. But what are you... So that you should have certainly fought. Therefore, if they withdraw from you and do not fight you and offer you peace, actually, shouldn't you be the ones first to offer them peace? Anyways, and offer you peace, then Allah has not given you away against them. Actually, you Muslims should be the first ones, to offer peace, be the first ones to greet. Salam, say salam. What's the hadith of Prophet Muhammad? If it's not Zaif, right? It's Sahih. And in Surah Nisa, the same ayat, if someone offers you, and when the disbelievers offer you peace, where's that ayat? No, the disbelievers. Okay, I'll come to that also, yeah. The good ayat. I will. Oh, yes. Another good ayat for the disbelievers. If they offer you peace, then don't call them disbelievers, even. Yeah, so next time, I forgot about that ayat. I'll hopefully remember to come back on that ayat. Good ayat against the disbelievers. That you should not even call those who offer you peace disbelievers. So here the point is, back to the point, if they withdraw from you and do not fight you and offer you peace, then Allah has not given you away against them. Wait a minute. Look. 89 ayat. It says about these hypocrites, but if they turn back, become apostates or something. They've become apostates. You've declared them apostates. You've declared them renegades. If they turn back, and they're not even turning others back, but they desire that you should disbelieve as they have disbelieved. And there may be other ayats about hypocrites, what they do, but here at least think these being killed now, right? They will be standing in the way, or have been, or what. But this is not how the ayat goes about these hypocrites. Obstructing you from the way of Allah, from Islam and all this. Those other ayats. Why I don't give you this? Because this here it's not, you have to see these hypocrites. They've been called hypocrites because they did not emigrate. This is a sign that they are hypocrites in the way of Allah with the messenger. But if they turn back, then only if they turn back. Now how come here you're saying, but if they do not fight you, then do not fight them? If they offer you peace, then Allah has not given you a way against them, but Allah gave you a way here. But if they turn back for this, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. What a joke. What is this? Work it out. It's like a very difficult maths problem. Sorry, I'm being sarcastic now. Sarcastic. What is this irony? What is this? Right? Have a look at this. So I'll find that ayat and come in. I'm very anxious to come back and show you the good ayats and correct and say you've been deceived in these good ayats also, saying peace, peace. No, if they offer you peace, then you offer them peace. Were you the ones to offer them peace first? No. It says, but if they, in 89 it says, but if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever you find them. Now somehow it's changed it. This is why I'm saying, except those who reach a people between whom and you, there is an alliance. The Egyptian king, sorry, I said, which one? Ethiopian. The Egyptian king sent him Maria the Coptic and Shireen, or Cyrene. Please leave me alone, right? I don't want to convert to Islam at that time. So what they must have done is gone to those people with whom you Muslims had an alliance and Prophet Muhammad had an alliance, to reach them, because they would be killed here only because they turned back and they did not emigrate in the way of Allah. They're called hypocrites, and they desire that you should disbelieve as they have disbelieved. And what not the tafsir say about this is another false Islamic side, it's just terrible. It's lopsided history, Islamic history. But here, look at the hypocrites being killed because they did not obey the command of Prophet Muhammad and Allah until they fly in Allah's way to Medina, back to Medina. But if they turn back, then seize them and kill them. So what's the thing of fighting you? Now these people, there's another category of... No, because now they've sought alliance. They sought those people whom Prophet Muhammad has had an alliance. And then you know what happened? This person, capricious, he changes. Allah changes all of a sudden, and they're finished. They're finished because when you come to this, you can't trust this person. You can't trust this person. He's finished. He's finished them. Where is it? Yeah. You see, in Surah Anfal he says, even those who try to kill him and on this 30th ayat of Surah Anfal, 33, but Allah would not punish them while you, O Muhammad, are among them. Someone's coming here and saying, let me see if there's a technical thing, but isn't the technical issue of Surah Tawbah. Now, you see these alliances also that you had, and they sought them for refuge. In that ayat, those hypocrites... Okay. Now ayat 90 comes. Don't fight them if they offer you peace. All of a sudden, what happened? They must be so, and then against the Yathrib people, I don't know when that happened. Surah Azab ayat 60 to 61. And Surah Hashr ayats 2 and 5, expelling them and all from their homelands. But Allah would not punish them while you, O Muhammad, are among them. And they've called to Allah, if this is indeed the truth from thee, rain down on us a shower of stones from the sky or send a grievous penalty. Now, a Muslim comes here and says, there's technically, it doesn't mean that Allah killed. This is your deceptive Allah. All of a sudden, suddenly, finished. So they must have thought this here, that no, okay, he's not going to kill them. So don't get deceived by that. Many were killed by Surah Nisa at 90. If they offer you peace, then don't fight them. Allah will punish them by your hands. These are the very polytheists who had prayed in Surah Anfal 32. And they're not even said that they're praying to their Lord, Allah. They had an idol Allah or something, or the moon god Allah. O Allah, if this is indeed the truth from thee, rain down on us a shower of stones from the sky or send us a grievous penalty. All of a sudden, okay, sending Abu Bakr for the pilgrimage, and he's behind. Then Surah Tawbah comes. So these eyes, fight them, Allah will punish them by your hands and will disgrace them. They couldn't reach. Now they can't. He knew one point that at one time they had reached, these hypocrites, so-called, they had reached, right? This is atrocious too. He's a betrayer. He's a betrayer. Except those who reach a people between whom and you there is an alliance. Now what? He went back to that. But if they turn back, then seize them and kill them wherever we find them. What? They've broken treaties? Pledges? Only that they did not emigrate. And there were, these hypocrites. They are hypocrites. They were put in and they're helping. They're friends with the polities of Makkah. They're still friends. He can't take it. His Allah can't take it. And what is the matter with you? You Sahabas of his time, right? Prophet Muhammad's time. Then that you become two parties among the hypocrites, divided about them, while Allah has made them return to unbelief. And this and that, and you get it? What I was trying to say in my previous live stream. Killed, finished. They couldn't even reach those people whom he had made an alliance with. In Surah Tawbah, the conquest of Makkah. And here, there, in Yathrib, Medina, in Makkah, finally. And the people, Byzantine, Egypt, shocked at what has happened. Finished. Finished. All of them, non-Muslims, finished. He took over Medina, he took over Makkah. Okay? Thank you so much. I will continue later. God bless you all. Thank you so very much for the likes. God bless you all. I hope, share this sparingly, please.